Namaste, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Chi, and you are joining me with Divine Vibrations with Chi. Thank you so much, Divine Tribe. You guys are awesome. Um, Thank you so much for joining my channel and stopping in and checking out what I'm up to this week. And the theme this week is large and in charge. That's right, because we are large and in charge of our own lives. And this here is a tourmaline, and it's a pink tourmaline. And pink is for the heart. And as you can see, it's got those pink striations in there. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love holding this sphere. It brings me a lot of positive energy, and I love having it near me. I also, you'll see in the background, a little bit of incense. I love to burn incense. My favorite is Nag Champa, but that's because I've always grown up with Nag Champa around, and it's just nostalgic for me. I just love it. It's very soothing. It really puts me in a meditative state, and I just love the smell of it. It's very calming. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Week 18 is done of the My Soul Challenge, and we are on to week 19. And so last week, it was the challenge was observe your automatic thoughts, right? So many of us have unconscious bias, whether it comes to other things, other people, other environments, and also ourselves, because we allow our thoughts sometimes to take us over. And so last week, one of the uh, things I really tried to work on was keeping my thoughts, my mindset optimistic versus pessimistic, and always trying to think of the positive side of things versus the negative, or trying to think of the best possible outcome instead of the worst possible outcome. Because let's be honest, life is always going to throw you a curveball. It just is. That's just how life is for all of us. And the best thing that we can do to manage that moment when that curveball is thrown at us is to decide whether we're going to swing away with a good positive attitude. You're going to hit that out of the park, right? Versus cowering and hiding from it. So that's really what I tried to focus on last week was, and to also to help decrease, my anxiety, my worry, and to really catch myself in different situations that arose that were not always positive, and trying to find the positive out of that. So it was, some days were better than others, but I'll be honest with you. I think that the fact that I have been practicing a more positive mindset and meditating, it has really helped me to really hone in on just kind of being more centered with things as they come at me, and it's truly helped. So this week, we're going to pick a new card from the My Soul Challenge. So look at that. There's only this many left. That's awesome. So this is like a 35-week challenge, and this is week 19 of 35 weeks. So let's see what we've got going. For those of you who have just joined and seen this video for the first time, welcome. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and you'll get to see new and upcoming videos. But I've been doing this card challenge called the My Soul Challenge. It was actually introduced by Dr. Renee Purdy. This is what it looks like. And it is associated with an app. And you pull these cards. Here's what the app looks like. And as you can see, looking like we're almost halfway done. Is it halfway? Yeah, we're halfway done. And so you basically, I pulled one of these cards, and I usually let the universe talk to me because that's just the best way. I feel like when I'm guided by the universe, I'm actually more in a line than if I had decided or made up something myself, you know. Ooh, look at that. All those cards came out. And I'm going to need to, I don't know, I think the universe is trying to tell me something. Let's see here. So let me just pick these up. I'm going to take the one that popped out on my computer. Um, and see what that one says. Okay. I'll put those up there. Okay. So it says, seize the moments of happiness, love, and be loved. That is the only reality in the world. Leo Tolstoy. Seize the moments of happiness, love, and be loved. That is the only reality in the world. And that is so true. If we had more love in this world, I think so many of us would be happier uh, because we would feel loved, right? And there would be less hate and less unhappiness. I'm just going to scan this here and see, just so you guys can see what I'm doing. There it is. Doo-doo. All right. It says start 7-day challenge. So it says spend quality time with people you care about. About this challenge says, we are wired for human connection. Relationships with others add meaning to our lives. In fact, many memories are made from moments shared with others. So true. A long period of time spent with others being only partially present is less meaningful than a short period of time being spent with someone being fully present. And that happens, doesn't it? We tend to be connected to our phones or the TV or have things distract us. And coming up on a holiday that is probably pretty tough for a lot of people right now with what's going on in the world and wanting to be around people that we care about and human connection. That has been a challenge this week, right? And actually, this last year, it's been a serious challenge because of the current state of the environment and what we're in and the world is dealing with this pandemic. And so it can be challenging. But we do have people in our inner circle or close to us or directly with us. For example, I have my children, I have my mom, my dad, and my sisters. And, we're a close knit family. And even though we aren't always together, we are together and we are family. And connecting with people, even for a short amount of time, is much more valuable, especially when you are present and you're there and you're engaging in that interaction with those people. And we're laughing and joking and having fun, and whether it's cooking or eating and preparing food, which is culturally something that really connects a lot of people. And I know that this next week is going to be a challenge for many of us because of many states and countries limiting exposure to other human people and human contact. But we can still find that human connection with the people that we are. And it helps us to also take inventory, right? Of like what is most meaningful to us and what is most important. And when you don't have, my mom used to say this all the time, seldom seen, much admired, often seen, ill desired. And so sometimes when we don't get that, usually when we don't get that interaction and we we've taken for granted people in our lives, we really miss those people, right? When we do finally come around to being around them. So maybe that is one of the positive outcomes of what this last year has really helped us to discover about ourselves. And it says, let's see here. Science shows that meaningful relationships are as important for health as good sleep, diet, and physical activity. Put your phone, your worries, and other distractions aside and spend quality time with the people you love. Leave distractions aside, that's the challenge when spending time with somebody. Be fully present with others. Make time to share quality moments with others. One of the things that I like to do to have quality time with the kids is play games. And I know people don't, maybe board games are boring for a lot of people, but we tend to enjoy games that we're sitting and laughing and playing with each other. And that makes you be a little bit more present because you're having to play a game with somebody. So maybe playing some games this next week might be a really good way to connect with the people that you love most. Some suggested daily tasks are: spend quality time with someone you love, phone someone you haven't spoken to in a while, visit someone you haven't seen for a while. Now, that might be a challenge with this whole healthcare crisis, but maybe you can call them, right? Put your phone down and spend quality time with the people in front of you. Take time from your busy schedule to be with the people that you love, meaning we can always find tasks and activities to keep ourselves busy during the day. And when we can set aside those things for a little bit to just be present for the people that are in our lives, I think we really grow from that. Share a meal or coffee with somebody and create your own task. So I'm up for the task. All right. That was pretty awesome. I love that. So that is one of the challenges of this environment, right? Is being present. And let's see what our positive affirmation from our affirmation toolkit here says. Let's see what the universe message the universe wants to send us. Says, I welcome new experiences with arms wide open. Yeah. So taking charge of your own life can be very daunting, right? Because sometimes we are on autopilot. A lot of us are on autopilot, and changing things up and being more mindful, being more present can be scary because we tend to fill our lives up with a lot of different noise, right? Some of us avoid some of the situations and circumstances in our lives, or maybe we fill it up with activities to keep busy, so we don't have to focus on things that we maybe should focus on, like ourselves and bettering ourselves and finding ourselves. I think a lot of what I've learned from this year is that I have had the opportunity, more so than any other year in my whole entire life, to focus on me, who I am, what I'm here for, my purpose, what really sparks my interests, what are my passions, what do I love, finding self love. And this one's a big one. My life purpose. Like, what did I come here to do? What did my energetic little being show up on the third rock from the sun in this beautiful Milky Way galaxy to do, right? So this is the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And I'm just going to pull a couple cards from her deck. They are just absolutely beautiful cards. We've got this like imagery, and it's got like the gold on the side. And the messages are amazing. So let me just see what the universe has for us as far as messages. And I don't pick, I usually, that one turned upside down. So I'm going to take that one. And that one turned upside down. Oh, well, there's a couple. Let's see. Is there any other messages, universe, that you want us to know? Maybe somebody out there needs to hear this today for their life purpose. So if you're hearing any of these messages that I am pulling, maybe there's something in this video that is important for you. Please like, subscribe, join my channel. Well, there's a few here. So there's obviously some messages for a lot of us. So maybe one of these messages resonates with you. It says, travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. I sure hope so. I love traveling. Of course, right now it's a challenge, right? But I love traveling. So we'll keep that one. And let's see. Children, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So maybe for some of you out there, being large in charge of your life means that you take a different course and you decide that you've always wanted to work with children. And I have children. I love my children. I think they're so wonderful. In fact, I had my grandson over last night, and he spent the night, and he's just a joy. He's 2 years old. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. That is awesome. One of the things that I really try to put into practice, and I try to do every day, at least twice a day, in the morning and in the night, is I meditate. I really try to center myself and meditate. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you are doing because it's working. Yeah. So some of you are already thought of, your life path, what you want to do with your life, what you come here to do with your life, right? Oh, and maybe some of you are healers. There are so many in need of a healer right now. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. I know I do. Look at that. I actually painted my nails, but they've been chipping because I've been washing. And cracking crab. Because the kids and I went to the beach this weekend and we got some Dungeness crab. So maybe some of you are thinking about, working on being a spiritual healer, and somebody that is thinking about esoteric ways of healing and pathways. And then the last one is strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Yes. All the successes, especially the failures, right? So many of us gain strength from the things that have challenged us and really, brought us to the place that we are right now and whom we are right now as people and on this amazing journey. So it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a really, really good thing because it does take a lot of strength to be your true self. So I hope that you don't stop. I hope you don't give up. Keep going. Lose yourself in you being you and finding your life purpose, and you will find happiness. Ultimately, you will find happiness, and you will look back on whatever the circumstance is that grew you and that you had immense strength for, to tackle, to endure, to learn from. And you'll look back and go, oh, wow, I can't believe I did that. But yet, in some way, I can believe I did that. And that was perfect, because look at where it led me. Look at how it changed me. Look at how it made me a better individual and spirit. Oh, that one jumped out and then jumped down. So I'm taking some positive thoughts from the Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. I love her cards. I've got several decks of hers as well. And of course, who doesn't like Hay House? Because they are a hub for all things I like. There's one more. All right. Let's see. It says, I balance my masculine and feminine sides. So true. When we are in balance with both our masculine and feminine sides, and all of us have that, whether you're a man or a woman, it does not matter. We all have the yin and the yang, or yang. We both have the feminine and masculine energies. And when we are balanced with those energies, we are in the flow of our life, I believe. And that is why I call myself Chi, because Chi is divine energy. And I am always looking to be the Chi I was brought here to be, the energy I was brought here to be. My name that was given to me by my parents, or whatever category somebody else puts me in, that's just a label, right? It's just like the suitcase of a body. It is just a thing. But my energy, my essence, who I am, is truly what I'm here to actually learn through, learn from, and help others to also learn from. And so that's why I call myself Chi, because I am no better than anybody else. I am no different than anybody else, even though I am different and I'm unique. I'm no different in the sense that I am energy and I am divine energy, and so are you. You are beautiful divine energies sent here by the universe to experience this amazing journey. And I just know that when you tap into the flow of who you are going to be large and in charge of your own life, your own destiny, and what you are here to do. And when you reach that moment, maybe you already have, maybe you've been searching for it, maybe you don't feel like you're there yet. But I will say this: try to balance your energies out. Tap into your feminine side, tap into your masculine side, and try to find that balance in your own life. And I promise you that you will be the happiest you'll ever be. Ever. Says the masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. Truly. When we balance our masculine and feminine energies, that's exactly what happens. It says, I love life. I do, because every day is an absolute gift. Because let's be honest, no matter what's going on in our lives, and we are all challenged, and I'm truly, truly grateful for the amazing life that I have already had up until this point, and the life that I'm living each and every moment of my day. Because to be honest, to be alive, to be able to experience this life in through these lenses and this feeling is truly a gift that I don't know how to repay other than to live it well, right? It is my birthright to live fully and freely. I give to life exactly what I want life to give me. I am glad to be alive. I love life. So I hope that you are live and in charge of your own life. I'm hoping that you are loving your life. And maybe you're going through some changes and it's scary. That's true. Change is super scary for a lot of us. But I promise you that if you tap into your intuition and you tap into your spirit guides and you tap into the flow of seeing the optimistic or the positive side of all those changes, you will see that your life is growing in a direction that is better and meant for you and happier for you. It is when we resist and push away the things that are meant for us and that are coming to us that we tend to have more discomfort and more unhappiness. And that isn't to say that there aren't difficult situations. There surely are. And those situations are here and meant to grow each and every one of us into the best version of ourselves. So, our affirmation for the day is I welcome new experiences with arms wide open. And the quote by Leo Tolstoy for our My Soul Challenge is seize the moments of happiness, love, and be loved. That is the only reality in the world. So, one of my favorite things that I'm going to leave with this is I don't know if many of you know this or not, but I think his name is Al Franken. He's now a senator, but he used to do this Saturday Night Live skit where it was like, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. And I always love that. I used to laugh that all the time when I used to see him do that skit. And I'm sure if you go to YouTube, you can type Al Franken, good enough, smart enough, skit SNL, and I'm sure you can find it. But it's super funny, and that is it, right? Like love yourself. That's where it starts. And I promise you that you will find more love and happiness in this world. Um, Thank you so much for joining my channel. I am Chi. This is Divine Vibrations with Chi. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because uh, it will tell you when I upload or I go live. Check out my other videos if you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me on this amazing journey. And I hope you got some kind of positive information out of my video today and that it will help you. Whenever you receive this message, it was meant for you to hear. So thank you. I am so grateful for you and namaste.